Oh, we have a big update for you today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Hammers Headlines. This one is out there early for you. We're switching it up today. The Hammers Headline is coming out before the West Ham Daily. Join me later on as you'll get the West Ham Daily talking about some other West Ham information. But you're here for one reason and one reason only, and that is about the news, the update coming out from sources close to the club. Clarence Hugh, of course, associated with David Sullivan, who gives direct information to them. So we'll feed that information back to you. This, of course, is an association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown. Get across there, check them out as much as you possibly can. Fantastic content as per usual. But we'll get started on the update coming out from the club today, and that is about the Jared Bowen injury update. He is improving from his injury, but he won't be sufficiently fit to play against Baka Topola in Serbia tomorrow evening or for Thursday in the Europa League. Now, that's the right decision, whether you like it or not. In my opinion, it is. I don't think you need to risk him in this game. I think we've got enough within our tanks, hopefully, to go out there and do a job. If we can, that would be fantastic. But Clarence Hugh, we're told this morning that there is high hopes that he will be available for the Crystal Palace game, which would be good news. Now, David Moyes had suggested in what seems now like a game of smoke and mirrors ahead of the Burnley game that he might have been ready for the game against Burnley, but that was never going to be the case, though, after he picked up his injury in the international break, and he was sent back to the club by the manager of England, Gareth Southgate. And at the time, a lot of people thought that this could have been a very serious injury that may mean that he would miss up to 3 or 4 games. And that would be a massive problem for West Ham because he's been the most informed player for us in the Premier League. However, they were told this morning that whilst there is no chance of him being available for the game against Serbia, and he wouldn't have been fully fit anyway, that the clubs are now hopeful that he would take his place in the starting lineup or on the bench for the game against Crystal Palace. That is massive news. A great update. Fingers crossed it's not as bad as we first feared. And then we have a Jared Bowen coming back from injury. We have other players coming back from injury, coming into when we need these players the most. So, on the basis of that news, what do you think about Jared Bowen being fit and ready coming back to West Ham? Were you disappointed that he wouldn't feature against the team Baka Topola tomorrow on Thursday in the Europa League? Put it in the comments, let me know. But it does look likely that Jared Bowen will be fit and raring to go for the game against Crystal Palace, which would be huge news for West Ham fans. There is your short, sharp, straight to the point, Knees Up Mother Brown Hammers headlines for today. Go across, check out KUMB.com. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. And also, listen, we're coming up to Christmas, and if you fancy a cheeky beer, then check this out.
Fancy some free beer this Christmas? Does Edson Alvarez love a booking? Does Michael Antonio love a podcast? The answer to all those questions is yes, of course. And it's Beer 52's award season, where they celebrate the very best in independent craft breweries across the world with 8 new and exclusive beers you're not going to find anywhere else. All you need to do is go to beer52.com/West Ham and cover the postage of $5.95, and they'll send you out a free case of 8 exclusive beers straight away. I love Beer 52. I've been using them for a while. I love the fact that you get different beers every month, and this month is an absolute cracker as they celebrate the greatest talents in the craft global beer movement. For example, craft beer giants Omnipolo's Outer Galactic, cracking beer. It's really smooth, really drinkable pale ale, really hoppy, and really nicely rounded to ensure you're coming back for more and more. You can drink this one quite a lot. It's very nice indeed. But if you don't like dark beer, not a problem. Simply choose the light case, and don't forget you get a couple of tasty snacks too. You can also learn about all the fantastic breweries featured in your case with the award-winning Ferment magazine as well. So you find sort of the provenance and find out more about the story of the brewer that you're drinking. And even after all that, if you're still not satisfied, you can simply pause or cancel any time. So that's beer52.com/West Ham to claim your free case. That's beer52.com/West Ham.